SwoleBenji here. I'm here to give you tips and tricks for Albion Online. These tips are both expert and beginner friendly. Even people who have played the game since alpha might learn a thing or two. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Did you know that journals given to laborers will disappear in 7 days if you don't pick them up off the laborer? If you happen to manage hundreds of laborers every day and take a break, you could find yourself without the books or rewards. However, the laborers still keep their experience gain. Just remember to pick them up before you take a vacation. As a new player, you should always do the tutorial. You get 3 days free premium out of it, a nice boost of gear, fame, and a donkey to start with. Even veteran players do the tutorial if they plan to actually use their character for gathering or combat. Did you also know that you can use the focus gained from the free days of premium on an infinite number of alts as well to do farm work or focus craft items for profit? You can also use alts for dailies if you're just starting out. Veteran players can make more silver per hour than the dailies are worth, but new players can easily get financially ahead by abusing the starter rewards. Sometimes the markets swing in a way that makes these alts gold mines. Focus crafting furniture is really lucrative, and since it's not a skill players can level up, you can craft any tier of furniture with your alt. Just make the character, let it incubate for 3 days to get the 30,000 focus, and craft away for easy gains. One thing new players and some veterans should realize is your goal should be to set yourself up to be financially independent. What this means is if you are logged in and all of your items in silver are suddenly gone, your character has the skills, housing, and land to be able to make millions per hour. My recommendation to achieve that has been outlined in previous videos, but I'll give you the short version. 1. Get an 8.3 gear set so you can speed clear solo farm tier 5 yellow zone dungeons. This allows you to always have a way to make money if completely broke that is 100% safe, and allows you to progress your character via fame credits. 2. Build up your farmland. Get as many farm plots as you can spend tending to per day. For me, that is 44 farm plots. These farm plots alone, with nothing else, make me 5 million a day, and that is only 1/5 of my character's potential. Meaning if I had max fame, I could turn that into 25 million per day. 3. Build houses for laborers. Either level up laborers to sell or utilize laborers for gains. I don't recommend mercenary laborers unless you plan to play for more than 90 days, as they aren't that profitable, and 90 days is about the break-even point where they pay for themselves. I personally have over 300 laborers that I tend to every day, and I average over 1 million from them daily. 4. Get a resource skill to tier 8 and keep that gear set on standby. A tier 8 gathering set allows you to gather lots of resources very quickly, and with the royals being expanded soon, there might be more resources to go around. During prime time, I can make about 1.5 million per hour in yellow zones with woodcutting. It's one of the less profitable gathering professions, but it's still enough. 5. Pick one thing and max out the crafting. The reason is if there's ever a market crash, you can mass buy out the materials and swing a huge profit on your crafts. If you happen to kill a gatherer, you can use their materials to flip it for more profit as well. I highly recommend you craft tie-ins with what you use your farmland for, so it compounds. Now imagine you have a character that has max gear sets for farming, that fills journals to feed laborers, and every day you log in and tend to your farmland. If you get bored of dungeons, you can go harvest some resources while watching anime, and use said resources to mastercraft items. All these add up to more silver than you can ever spend. I've honestly run out of things to spend my silver on. And with that said, let's go over investing. Once you've made it financially, you can then begin to invest. Investing is buying items that will be worth much more later. Gold is a very smart investment, as it goes up by the millions every major update. If Stillfront goes full pay to win on this game, gold will buy you re-gears, teleports, and who knows what else. You can also buy referral reward mount skins, or rare skins that don't exist anymore, like the old Founder skins. Those are always going up. I sold the Founder skin a year ago, and the price went up 50 times over what I originally sold it for. A man early on bought out the entire server's frog mounts for 100,000 each, and now they're 230 million each. Gear can be valuable to hoard as well if there's a patch change buffing the item. Mammoths are always rising in value as well. Battle mounts and other such items should be bought when the price is cheap and held. Once you have the money, go for it. You can easily reach billions of silver by investing and reselling a year or two later. You can also flip challenge reward mounts. The Ghost Boar, the Pest Lizard, the Snow Husky, and the Panther are the best ones. Make sure to buy them when they're cheap, which is the months the reward is active, then sell them when their value doubles. I personally bought tons of Spectral Dire Boars when they were around 600,000 and sold them when they're worth 2.7 million. If your popular YouTuber is making a video, well, I can't script for shit, guys. If a popular YouTuber like me is making a video about certain items, you can guarantee the price will skyrocket. My fastest start video was the best thing to ever happen to the Spectre Hood crafters. If one of us showcases an item, you can expect sales to skyrocket. 129k, that's crazy. Speaking of gold investing, gold always rises the most at the end of the month and lowers the most in the middle. But upon a popular patch or a new referral reward skin or a sudden surge of new players can raise the prices. With enough silver, you can generally buy low and sell high and make multiple millions each month. This went up by like 180. Like look at it. It just spiked just now. It just went yoop. Like I invested when it was down here and it went up to there. Diamond hands. If you're extra frugal, you can activate premium at the end of a month, collect all the challenge point rewards, and have an active subscription to be able to collect next month's rewards entirely. This is what I do. It basically pays for itself. I even made a video about this. If you do any focus or any crafting or refining, but you don't want to do the math, it's very safe to assume you don't profit from the crafting unless you are focus crafting. If you have raw materials, but no focus, and no desire to get that focus to craft, or no desire to use the focus to craft, then just sell the raw materials instead, and you'll make more money, most of the time. Reading from a script is so cringe. I always tell people to do the math, but generally markets not in swing are built around communities focus crafting, and the prices are generally sat around that. If you own farmland, make sure you're only harvesting it with an active premium running. If you don't, you're missing out on higher yields. It's almost never profitable to harvest without premium. Now, if you're bilingual, I highly recommend you only speak English in the non-English chat, only speak English, or you only speak in a non-English chat. In a non-English language? I can't script. The Game Master staff this game has is tyrannical and will permanently mute you over the most preschool levels of insults. I, currently the highest ranked YouTuber for this game, was permanently muted for calling a Game Master a janitor. I've seen countless other perma-muted. Countless others I can't even read. I've seen countless others perma-muted over smaller things. Even though Sandbox Interactive is based in Germany, you can freely speak German, and even say some bad things in that language, and nothing will ever happen to you. Same goes for other languages. Just avoid speaking English in this game. If you don't know any other languages, just don't speak at all, as the Jannies in this game will perma you over the smallest infraction. If you want to be efficient with fame, do note that Tomes of Insight, priced below 30,000 silver, are a better way to fame up if your set is if your entire gear set is not maxed in specialization. If your armor or weapon, though, is maxed, and if your mastery is maxed, and one of your weapons or armor spec is maxed, then tomes are no longer cost-effective over using an 8.3 satchel. Satchels should only be used when you are financially independent and want to power level your combat fame. I can easily burn through 50 million silver in one sitting with an 8.3 satchel and save myself days worth of grinding. I have like 18 million fame credits. I'm waiting for that patch day. So for newer players, you should choose a weapon to use based on the other weapons in the tree. And what I mean by that is, for example, if you really like the one-handed dagger, and I don't know why my zoom is so slow, guys, but if you really, really like the one-handed dagger, but you absolutely hate the other daggers in the tree, it's a bad idea to fame up the one-handed dagger. But say you like bows, you also like the bat-on bow, and you like the long bow and the wailing bow, then bows would be a better choice to fame up. Well, the reason why is because your weapon specialization is shared slightly across all other weapons in the same category. Let me demonstrate here with crossbows. So, to truly be a dagger god and deal the most damage possible, you need to level up all of the daggers to 100. If you absolutely can't stand an item or how it plays, it will make maxing out the tree much more difficult. My advice is to play around on the test server, find out what armor and weapons you truly enjoy, and work to max out those entire trees for the most benefit. Me personally, I have 100 spec in weapons, like spread across 5 trees, and armor maxed out also spread across different types. If I had a mirror match against myself who didn't dilly-dally with other weapons or armors, I'd get destroyed in a fight. Like, see, there's axes. I put a bunch of points into Great Hammer for some reason because of that Greatest Hammer YouTube video. That got nerfed. I got 100 in Druidic Staff there, and it's just a waste. So for guilds, right? Whenever you get 100,000 silver, you press G, and when you're comfortable with your dungeon clear speed, make your own guild. Just press G, make your own guild, and as you do activities, you earn challenge points. And at a certain threshold, your guild will level up, giving you siphoned energy. You can then sell the energy for silver gain. Each guild level will give you more energy and thus more silver. And for new players, you can use the guild island to grow laborers. Once you've built up enough, and if you're sociable, you can always make an alt to keep the guild that you own and then join a guild on your main. If you like to bend the knee and work for others who don't view you as a friend, though, that is. So be wary of hackers. I don't have a thing I can pull up on the screen for this. I choose not to. I don't want to give any hints of where to get these hacks or where they're sold at or what they even look like, to be honest. I can show you in Discord, but I'm not going to show you here. Stillfront bought out the game, and there's been no action taken against botters, hackers, or the actual roots of real money trade. Now, I know SBI released, like, they banned 1,000 RMT, real money trade players. Those aren't players, those are just slave alt accounts. Those aren't the root cause or the root problems of RMT. Do you note that in dangerous zones, speed hackers can outrun your mount, they can ESP or use a radar hack and track and detect you from off-screen. Bots are constantly resource gathering, and there's even bots that idle outside towns. I want to go check right now and see if that bot is there. Sloth has a bot that's there every day. His name is like Kadava? I'm checking it right now. Let's go. I bet he's fucking there. I mean, the server just restarted like an hour ago. Sometimes he's right here. Sometimes he's down here. Okay, he hasn't woke up yet. But there is always a bot from Sloth, and Sloth is a Limhurst guild. That just sits on this, he just sits right here, and he reports to a Discord automatically. And I've reported this bot for like 3 months, and it's still not banned. If you go on their Discord, they have it. It'll report anyone that's faction flagged up, anyone that has good gear, and it will alert them to start a hunting party, basically. Just remember, anything in the red or black zones or the Avalonian roads, it's not safe. It's not a matter of if you'll get ganked, it's a matter of when you'll get ganked, okay? So this game has a prime time, right? That's when most players are online doing things. Zones will be busier, there will be less resources, more gankers, more invasions, faster arena queue times, which is good. Prime time is 5 p.m. UTC. Right now it is 12 p.m. UTC. You can see the clock here in the bottom right. Or Coordinated Universal Time. That's what UTC stands for, which is the game's default time. So 1700 hours. So when this down here says 1700, that's when it is prime time. So during prime time, dungeon loot will be very minimal. And if you play during this time, you won't be getting as much as if you played during off hours. 5 a.m. UTC is my favorite time to play, and generally the world is at its most empty and dungeons give the most loot. I didn't write it in my script, but also, right when the server restarts, the game world is very busy, and that's another bad time to do dungeons because all of the big guilds are doing Avalonian roads and blowing up chests, and there won't be as much loot to go around. Alright guys, so that's it for now. You want more tips? Leave a comment. I've had a bit of a dry spell thinking of content to make. Let me know the comments you want to see, and make sure you like the video. A like and a comment is bonus point multiplier that really helps me out, okay? So subscribe while you're at it if you haven't already. As always, be a bro, stay swole, return your shopping carts, and I'll see you in the next one.